Hi, my name is Kia Hunt. I am a 17-year-old and I go to the University of Winnipeg. I am taking human rights, a 4-year course, twice a week, an hour and 15 minutes, and a history in genocides and massacres 3 times a week, 55 minutes, I don't know. Anyways, so I want to keep this vlog mainly about my human rights class, but often my two classes intertwine. So, to begin with, I would like to tell you a little bit about my history. So, I took I took a human rights class in the summer. It was 8 days and it was fabulous. I loved it. I loved the people. I loved the class. I loved what I learned. And I'm taking like human rights full time, and I'm in history. I'm also taking German, but I'm not very good yet. So, alright. So I really want my audience to be very vocal. I do want discussions. But I also ask that if you do make a discussion, you're very polite. You respect other people. I know you might not agree with them, but don't be a troll. Alright, so, to, so the last few days, in my human rights class, we have looked at Rwanda, the Rwandan genocide, and the video Shake Hands with the Devil. Today we were talking about it in class, and somehow it got around to Haiti. And one of the boys in my class was really angry, saying like, oh, I don't know why they made such a big deal out of Haiti. I mean, like, that day in Africa, probably thousands upon thousands of people died. And that really got me to thinking, is he asking that we, uh, is he asking that we don't pay attention to any death, just mourn no one? Or are we supposed to mourn everyone? And which is logical, because none of them seem all that logical. Like, how can you mourn every single person who died? You'll always be in mourning. But how can you just say, the whole world, I don't care about any of them, and brush it off? That's my thoughts on that. I would love to hear yours. It's just, I don't really understand how things like that make sense to people. Like, I don't know. Anyways, one of the things from my summer course that I remember hearing, and we had a pipe ceremony. We did an Aboriginal day. It was a pipe ceremony. We talked about Aboriginal issues in Canada. I liked it, except that the woman who was talking about missing and murdered Aboriginal women. And yeah, it's awful. But the one thing she said that I'm still really wow about is she looked at us, a class that was so vastly different. Like, I'm just out of high school. The woman next to me is finishing off her business degree as a mature student, like older than my mom. And then the other guy, like this side of me, was a child soldier. And she looked at us and she said, and white women are 100% safe. It's just, it stuck with me. Like, how could you say something so obviously ridiculous? Um, yeah. So, that's still, I would love to hear your opinions on that. Do you think she was right? Why do you think she said something like that? Like, obviously it's upsetting to have people just like, yeah, whatever. But you can't say something like that. In my way, you cannot be putting your hatred onto someone else. So, we're talking a lot about how the UN has failed. And I have looked at a bunch of career options, and right now, I would love to work for the UN. In the summer, we had a guest lecturer from the UN come in. Her name was Elsie Bernadette. I don't remember her last name, but she was amazing. I fell in love with her. And one of the things she kept saying was, Out of every evil comes some good. I just think about that. Think about it. It does make sense. And in my history class, we were talking about the clumbing exchange. So that's goods from the New World going to the Old World, and goods from the New World going to the Old World, and Old World to the New World. And on the Old World side, going to the New World, there's a whole list of diseases. And my class was going on and on about how, the Europeans got such a good deal, and all the indigenous peoples of the Americas just got illnesses. And they kept going on and on about that. And I finally said, but look, there's tobacco going to the Old World. And I volunteer at the Manitoba Museum, and it's just something that I went there, and it's like, you can't trade something without trading the culture. And with tobacco, they didn't. And a lot of the people in my class were like, oh, that's so wrong. And one of the girls was like, they didn't have to take the tobacco. And my teacher's like, actually, she's very right. Like, it would have a bigger skull and crossbones than all these diseases put together did. Smallpox, influenza, all of that. And I know I was justified in what I said. Let me know your opinion. Do we have to take tobacco? But also remember, a lot of Aboriginal issues in Canada relate to alcohol, and they blame that on the fur traders trading alcohol with the Aboriginals. So just think about that. Remember, you can't trade something without trading the culture, otherwise it'll probably be disastrous. Okay, so I take human rights twice a week and history and massacres and genocide 3 times a week. So I'll try to make a vlog, usually after my human rights classes. I might just make an extra one on the Fridays because, hey, why not? I'll let you know what I'm thinking and what's going on, but I really want to hear from you. So I'd like to hear about your thoughts on the whole, do we mourn everyone or do we mourn no one? And where do you find the drop? I would like to know your opinions on the Aboriginal thing. The Aboriginal topics we discuss. I discuss, if you're listening, we discuss the rape and murder, or murdered and missing Aboriginal women, the tobacco, the alcohol, all of that. And then finally, we didn't talk about this in the video, but we have to do a research paper for my class, and I'm debating on doing mine about rape and violence against women and their interconnectedness. Sorry, abortion and violence against women and their interconnectedness. Rape is violence. Yeah, okay. So let me know, are you pro-choice? Are you pro-life? Like, give me a good reason. I want to know, but I want it to be respectful. And yeah, alright, so good night, good luck, and let me know. Thanks. Auf Wiedersehen.